live, you're live. Is it here? It is back here. Welcome back to my channel, everybody. If you like what you see, leave a comment. If you don't, leave a comment.
Only use it.
How's everything else? How do you know?
Yeah, for now. The winds can swing. I can't tell you. I should say everyone. Okay. He's going to try to crawl. I'm a little stressed. Hi, John. How you doing? But other than that, okay. You know, I don't know. It's not our problems. Okay.
Oh wait, I will know what you're doing. I'm acting as show. That's actually fun. Bug stress. So Michelle has it on my text message. Oh yeah.
I was reading through that on my.
Anyway. Hey, I got PennDOT to find me Four of them are. Depends on them, they're LED. And replacing the heads is, if that's what it is, it could be something else. So, cursing, you call cursing. Well, I have to get up there, but I don't. We got it.
But then I saw it's could be.
You again, Chase. Fancy seeing you here. You know, I think YouTube would make money. God forbid.
Because nobody else is going to call. And we play music where somebody else calls in.
Yeah, but last time you called from your office, there was play music.
You want me to just call them?
If you want to. Yeah, Mars will do it, Michelle.
Michelle. Mark said, oh, sorry.
Yeah, I can-
I inserted myself into this conversation. I'm sorry.
What's the number?
539. How are you?
Good, all right. Good. I'm Mark.
Oh, Mark Kurtz.
Yeah.
Yeah, John Klanch, pleased to meet you.
Yeah.
We
We met
last night.
before, yeah. I thought you guys worked together.
No, we're completely independent. I live in Southmont, actually.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah, I mean,
all
we just
right.
know each other.
Okay, well, because you were here one week and you weren't. I thought, oh, okay, maybe just to have coverage.
Wish there was 50 of us to record these meetings.
Yeah, there should be. I
Then
mean,
you'd have more commentary.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna get started.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Sorry for the delay here, our stenographer had equipment troubles, and it's good to go now, so thank you for your patience. Let's have a little prayer. I'll give it. Oh Lord, please help us to be productive today, to move the city forward and to build unity in our community. Amen. Okay, we got the board roll call here.
Mr. Hasselrig? Can you speak up? We can't hear you.
Mr. Hasselrig? Ms. Hubel?
Present.
Mr. Pascarella?
Here.
Ms. Ray?
Here.
Mr. Trisella?
Here.
Okay, we got,
If I may.
yes, sir, go ahead.
If I have an announcement, the board held 2 executive sessions. First was on Tuesday, August 19, 2025. The second was on Monday, August 25 of 2025. Both were concerning real estate and to receive legal advice from the solicitor. No decisions were made.
Okay, and now we need to approve the minutes of August 19th, 2025, workshop, and August 19th, 2025, regular meeting. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, roll call.
Mr. Hasselrig? Ms. Hubel?
Yes.
Mr. Pascarella?
Yes.
Ms. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Trisella?
Yes.
Okay, now we have public comments concerning agenda items. I don't think there's anybody on the phone. Is there anybody on the phone who wants to speak? All right, it's open to the people in the audience.
For the stenographer, my name is John D. Bartola, D-E-B-A-R-T-O-L-A. Just a couple questions. Agenda item B, about authorizing the use of land bank funds to assist homeowners. I know Mr. Kritz said that you've never given a single dollar, and this is more of a housekeeping issue. I just wanted to be sure that you're not giving money away to refurbish the land bank. Agenda item C, I believe, is on the Cambria Rao building. Terminate financial assistance award agreement. I was pleased to see the asbestos trucks working on removal of the asbestos at the Cambria Rao building. Hopefully you have an update on that. I'd love to see that building up and going. I know it's probably years in the works, but I'd like to see it done sooner than later. Last 2 items on the last page. You have 14 properties on the land bank. And at the very end of that item, it says all development plans and offers for tax map 78114, known as 1133 Confer Ave, be rejected. Can you explain why it was rejected and what happened? Lastly, you have the easement for First Energy for their new building. I was just curious for some details on that. Thank you for listening.
Okay, anybody else? Good. All right, let's see here. First, we start with the Mark Kritz's report.
Thanks, Mr. Chairman. My report, I'll go through sort of what we've been doing for the past month, and then also I will answer Mr. DeBartolo's questions instead of waiting for the resolutions to come up. So one of the things that I noticed, obviously for the past several years, I've been traveling the state. I spent more time outside of the city than I did in the city. And when I came back and did a tour down Main Street and around the city, I was actually quite pleased to see as many businesses that are in the city in storefronts and around the area. You know, being a Johnstowner, I think sometimes we're our own worst enemies, is that we always seem to look for the bad and look for the pessimistic side. But I was really pleased to see how many things are going on in the city, how many people are working together. You know, not every project is going to work out as exactly as you want, but I was really pleased to see how many people are really trying to do some things and work together to make the city, the downtown area, and the city as a whole, I'm a Moxham resident, a better place to live. So just a quick note there as I move into my first item, which is we did apply at the end of August for a Main Street Matters program. It's called the Business Improvement Grant, and what that will be is small grants and small loans, matching loans and matching grants for businesses in the downtown business district to do interior work. Many people have seen the facade program, which is doing work on the outside. Well, this business improvement grant is to do work on the inside. So it's equipment, it's upgrades to the inside. So we're hopeful, obviously, that we're going to be successful. I have no timeline on when we'll learn that announcement. I don't know if it'll be tied up because of the budget impasse or if that will actually move it forward, but we'll find out in the months to come. The second item is the Johnstown Urban Industrial Park, the Connector Road. I think many of you have heard that we discovered some items, some concrete bins during excavation. SHPO, which is the State Historic Preservation Office, was called in, have done an analysis, and actually immediately after this board meeting at 1 o'clock, we're going to have a meeting with the folks from SHPO to talk through what this means, what did we discover, what do we need to do to mitigate, to document what's going on there. The hope, of course, is that it doesn't delay our project any more than necessary. As John brought up about the Cambria Rao building, the asbestos abatement is going forward. And although it wasn't part of our original plan, we did add air quality testing. We wanted to make sure that the abatement was successful and that there was no issues going forward. That came back 100% clean. So the next phase of the abatement is replacing the window panels that were taken out. That is going to start here very shortly and shouldn't take more than a month to complete, which will put the Cambria Rao building in a position where it's now available. It'll give us about 22,000 square feet of developable space interior. About 15,000 of that is above grade. So it's a nice building. The other part of this equation is that the EDA grant that the Redevelopment Authority got in 2020, it's an interesting story because as soon as I took this job, I started inquiring to EDA what had happened to this money, where was it, what we needed to do, because I knew that the abatement was going to take place. It took until the end of August until they decided to tell us that the EDA grant had expired on June 30th, which was actually my first day of employment. And then they gave us 3 days to put together a letter to send the money back, to rescind it, or we would be in danger of ever being able to apply for EDA grant money again. So we did do that. We sent them a note, or rescinded the money, which you'll see as one of the resolutions that you're going to be voting on. It gives us a chance to fight another day. I mean, it's not the greatest situation. You never really want to send money back, but also we want to make sure that we are strong and looking to the future for things to do. I did alert Senator Langerholt and Representative Rigby, who were the two members who got us the RACP money to match the EDA grant, so they're aware that this money is no longer, the EDA money is no longer there. So we're going to work through to see what we can do with that money. Certainly we're going to work with Representative Burns, who got us the money to do the abatement. Thank him for that, because now we do have a building that's marketable, and we'll work going forward as to what we can do to make sure that this building is an asset and that it's used to its maximum. The market on Main Street had some great conversations with Afon, Terra Vista Capital, who is going to develop the market. We're at a point now where we think we've identified all the funding that was committed from our side of the equation, and now we want to see, and I've reached out to Afon to see what the schedule is going forward. Hopefully we'll have even before our next meeting, have an update as to when that market will go to construction and be open. That's still yet to be determined. Had a very good conversation today, actually, with the landlord, so that has prompted us to move to that next step. Where are we and what's going to happen next? The Johnstown Pocket Park, we did get the People Parks and Community Grant for $30,000. I've been reaching out to the people who are all part of this discussion, that were having these discussions before I started, to get to a point where we can start talking about, okay, what are our plans next? What's going to happen next? How do we do that? And for those of you who don't know, it's the old, I call it Dempsey's, but I guess I'm older than many people. It's the old Roberts facility next to the, close to the library. The Rivers feasibility study, that project is ongoing, and the discussions are ongoing. There's nothing much really to report there. We just did sign some agreements so that we can start moving forward on that contract. We did get a lead abatement grant from it's called Thriving Communities. We're going to work with the city on their lead abatement program to see if we can get into houses and get some projects done, as many as we can with the grant that we received. I did reach out to the Water Authority as well to see if they have a lead pipe abatement program that we might be able to help them with. And also, I did reach out to the Water Authority as well, because if you look at your combined water bill, the payments that you make are all sort of defined, and the one for JRS is defined as JRS sewage treatment, I believe, and it's mixed in with the middle. So I've asked them to move our payment to the bottom so that, at least, since we're two separate entities, I think our charge should be separate from the water charge so that it's easily discernible from people who are paying their bill. And they've agreed to do that. Cheryl and I attended the Pennsylvania Municipal Authority Association annual conference in Bethlehem, PA. Melissa Radovonic, who's is the new president of RDM, is the new president of the association. Melissa Komar is a past president of the organization, so there's a great Johnstown presence there. Learned a lot of things. It was really very educational. It was good to meet with other people who are doing the treatment work. Went to the groundbreaking announcement on August 28th for the Center for Metal Arts. Patrick Quinn, as you'll note in my report, has reached out to the Wood Turners Association, who is looking for a new home, and we're going to start discussing whether they might co-locate with them at the Center for Metal Arts or in one of the other buildings. Sort of be interesting. It's sort of an artistic craft sector niche that I think maybe we can grow that and do more, not just metal, but other things there as well. We'll see. It's a discussion. I did note that the 2025 Cambria Iron Conference is actually this Friday and Saturday at the Cambria Center for Metal Arts, so if anyone wants to go, I actually have a pamphlet that has the schedule here. Art Martinoska and I and our folks met so that we can make sure that the Johnstown Redevelopment Authority and the City of Johnstown are working hand in hand, and that, as I put it to Art, we want to be a tool in their toolbox. I mean, the issue or the position for Redevelopment Authority is to make sure that the city is thriving and that we fill the niche that maybe the city feels like we could do for them. So that's the goal there. We met with, or I met with our tenants here on 416 Main Street. I have concerns about this building. I mean, there's nothing critical about it, but it's not a new building. It's a big building. It has its issues. We do not have a maintenance person on staff. We don't have a maintenance contract with anyone. I think that's an issue that we certainly should have easy access to someone to do periodic maintenance to make sure that everything's running here. We have had to replace some roofing. We've had to replace an air conditioning unit. Those are expensive items and come right out of JRA's budget. I've asked Cheryl to do a cash flow or a cost benefit of this building to see where we are if our leases pay for the mortgage and all the bills that come with it. Once we get that, we'll see where we stand, because we want to make sure that we cash flow and that what we need to do in this building is done. I'd also like to, and I know as part of the original plan for this building was to have an elevator out front, that you could access all the offices from an elevator in the front. I'd like to see that come to fruition. Just from my perspective, I don't like the elevator in the walkway. I don't think that's from a security standpoint, that's good. So I would like to eliminate that as access to this building and add a controlled access at the front, that if you're coming to see anyone in this building, you come through the front door. But that's a wish list for me. We're having a meeting tomorrow, the MPDS permit for the sewage treatment plant. We have some disagreement with what DEP has put into that permit. We're going to have a discussion tomorrow with them. That's EADS, Inframark, us, talking to them about some of the suggestions we have, some of the issues that we have that we feel are a little onerous. The Horner Street Blight Elimination Project, that's the Sheasley property. The water line installation is complete. Yes, I looked at Michelle, she gave me the heads up that yes, the water line installation is complete for the fire training school. So the only thing left there is an underground storage tank that we're going to work with the Conservation and Recreation for Cambria County, with our Tetra Tech, who is our brownfield consultant, to make sure that we're like I've said before, we're not going to walk away from it. We're going to help them get that tank out of there so that property is done and ready. Let's see what else. The rate study for the sewage authority is ongoing. We're getting to a point where the Raftellus, who is our contractor, is going to have some proposals. We continue to feed them data to make sure that we understand what they're talking about. And really, that study is also a study of sort of the financial viability of the sewage authority and what the future looks like. So probably, I have in here that we'd like to have a workshop for the board in October. I don't know if we'll hit that. It probably won't hit till November or December, just because we want to make sure that we do all of our due diligence from a staff level before we bring it to the board. Website redesign project is going on. I believe the soft launch is Friday, this Friday, so our new website should be up for folks to look at and comment on. I have a bunch of meetings over the last month that I attended, downtown business owners, the West End business owners, met with some Ameriserve board members and their president, Jeff Stopko, talking about housing issues in the city. Attended a bunch of things. Michelle and I visited with Brian Lawrence of the Westmoreland County Redevelopment Authority, who also runs their land bank. So they're situated sort of like us, except they've been doing it for about 10 years, 20 years? 20 years. So we got their manual, we looked at the way they do things, we talked through some of the issues that we're facing, which are very similar to theirs. And what we're going to do, and you're going to see over the next several months, is us working on the way we run the land bank and what the future hopefully will look like. Mike Eads and I met with the apparent low bidder for the interceptor service agreement contract. We have some contract language that we're going to work through actually at a 2 o'clock meeting after this meeting today. So we'd hope to have that on the as a resolution to adopt that contract today, but since we have these contract details, it'll be for a meeting in the future. Participated in a housing task force meeting organized by the Center for Population Health. It included Johnstown Housing Authority, 1889 Foundation Division. It includes Cambria Redevelopment, the Community Foundation, Women's Health Center, the city. So just looking at housing and how we, I guess, do better at providing opportunities for people to buy mid-range housing, and trying to develop, I guess, a strategy on how we do this. And one of the things that we learned from the Redevelopment Authority of Westmoreland is trying to get homes before they get to the point where they're blight. And if you look at what the city and the Redevelopment Authority have done over the past several years, I mean, blight removal has been really a shining point that we've done a lot of demolition on properties that needed to come down. Well, that's all well and good, bring a lot of properties down, but then you have to think of like what happens next. Are we going to develop properties? And the goal from my perspective is that we catch houses before they get to that point and turn them into houses that can be rehabilitated and then put on the market for people to buy that are affordable. So that's, again, one on my wish list. As John brought up, the resolutions that are coming up, rescinding the prior land bank resolution, it's to better align the land bank with what we're trying to do. And what my goal is to make sure that the land bank is financially and fiscally responsible, and that we don't put ourselves in a position where we could eliminate all the funding that the land bank has and put us in a position where we can't do anything. So that's really what that's about. You'll see an extension for the contract for oxygen delivery for the Dorning Point wastewater treatment plant, but you also see that we have reviewed our oxygen purchases and expenses, and we're going to put out the bid for a new contract for the oxygen supply for the treatment plant. Like I said, we don't currently have a maintenance contractor, so we're going to put out the bid, a contract award to someone or some organization or several or a couple to do cleaning and maintenance, cleaning or maintenance, one or the other. So we're going to work through that. You'll see the land bank properties that were recently sold at auction. So that's just the process it goes through is that we bid them, people bid on them, we review them, and on best case scenarios, every property gets sold. Sometimes we have a property like 1133 Confer Avenue that has someone living in it. And the last thing we want to do is sell property to someone and they end up with a headache or even a security or safety issue that they have to evict someone or have to deal with it. So we need to review our process, and I think what we're going to do going forward is we won't buy any houses off the auction or from the county that have people living in them, because that just creates a security issue. It creates an issue for us going forward, and we in good conscience can't sell that to someone knowing that we're just selling them a headache is really the way I look at it. And sir, Mr. Chairman, I think I've talked long enough.
Okay.
I think that covers a lot of things that we've done this last month. Not everything, obviously, but I think that you get a good sense of what's going on.
Okay, thank you. If there's no questions for Mark, then we'll move on. Cheryl, I guess you're up.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'll be brief. Mark did a great job summing everything up. The grant extension request for the Claire Barton House has been approved. I received the official approval today, so the new project deadline is now September 30th, 2026. I'll begin working on the 2026 budgets here very soon with the draft to present to the board in November. Attached to the report this month is the PMRS MMO worksheet, which is submitted to the board each September. This document outlines the estimated contribution to the pension plan for the upcoming year. August cash disbursements. Camry Ironworks, $27,137.68. The Great Partnership Fund, $51,661.29. Centertown Mall, $2,497. The revolving account, $111,855.30. Johnstown Regional Sewage, $840,210.85. Total cash disbursements for the month of August, $1,033,362.12. Thank you.
That's it. Okay. All right. Let's see, next we have Mike.
Right, Brandon, or is
Oh, no, it's
Tom?
Sorry.
Again, I'll try not to repeat a lot of stuff that was already mentioned by Mark or Cheryl. Penvest number 7, that's Fairfield Avenue. At the time I published this, we had submitted a bunch of information to the DEP for closeout of that. Shortly after I did this, another round came in, so we're just continuing a back and forth with responding to their request for additional information. Hopefully to get that closed out soon. Interceptor maintenance, as Mark mentioned, we did do interviews with the apparent low bidder on that, and we're currently working on some contract language for that award later on. On the actual consent order activities, the third amendment has been returned. to the DEP, and I did not recall seeing a signature copy come back, so I'm guessing it's still in their hands for the third amendment to come through. Water level monitoring, the graphs for the last month are attached to your report. Pretty mundane, since there hasn't been any significant precipitation for a while. So that's all good news. As long as it doesn't rain, we don't have a major impact in the water levels at any of the siphons. On the wastewater treatment plant, the grit removal unit, as you recall, was completed. The construction was completed last month. On the bills to be paid for this month is the final payment to HICUS for the retainage release. Last 30 days, everything's been working fine with no hiccups. They've supplied all their closeout information, such as the O&M manual, and that final payment to HICUS can be released. Bleach tank project, we're currently waiting for the materials delivery on that. The tanks are scheduled to be shipped within the next 30 days, so we'll begin some actual on-site construction not too long from now. The gravity thickener project, you'll notice that there's a resolution on the agenda for bidding of this project. That will be one of the final projects to exhaust the funds that are currently available under the grant. The RES, which is the return activated sludge, and the waste activated sludge motorized valves, is a follow-up behind the gravity thickener so that we can manage the funds that are available under the grant program. Mark mentioned there's a meeting tomorrow with the DEP folks on the NPDS renewal to discuss some changes to the permit that the department has proposed. As a result of those, we've sort of put a hold on anything related to the fine bubble aeration system, since the NPDS changes could impact that study. And we're currently working on the bondholders report, which is the annual report and budget of the authority to the bondholders. Any questions?
Any questions? Anybody?
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Good morning. I'll be brief in anticipation for that 1 o'clock meeting with the state. And I won't be redundant. Mark and Tom have spoke about the capital improvements that are taking place at the plant. No new information on the SCADA. Just a little background on the urban industrial park. When I was notified September 2nd as to the unearthed structures that were down there, I advised our contractor to stop immediately in and around that. September 8th, we had a on-site meeting with the state historical people, and their recommendation is to stop all activities associated until we can have that meeting and today at 1 o'clock to talk about the mitigation schedule. So that's where we're presently at. Just a little background, they're concrete structures that were used in the iron ore, and they're small cells and holding bins that were used in that process. So we're finding some of them, but we'll see exactly what the mitigation schedule is required, and we'll move forward with that. As Tom talked about, the Dornick Point wastewater, the fire detection security system is underway. Bleach tank is underway, sometime in October. We're looking to probably have to unearth our access point to the siphon on Roosevelt Boulevard. That should take place sometime today, this week. Just had a conversation with the contractor. Again, we're going to have some discussion as to the advertisement for liquid oxygen. As far as the grid system, yes, it's been completed. I also want to talk about our website design, and in your packet, you'll see the additions of what is going to appear. As far as JRA properties, they're basically, you will see a GIS, on GIS identifying all of JRA's properties, and also 36 miles of interceptor and over 1,000 manholes. So that picture or that mapping is probably not the best, but again, when we go to our property, the JRA property, a lot of people think we own a lot, and we really don't. So, but people will be able to view this now and to see if it is owned by us, they can inquire with us. And it's something I think that in moving forward, not only us, but the city of Johnstown should start to utilize and make available to others. So, miscellaneous sewer lateral program is going, is continuing monthly. Just on a personal note, I want to thank the board. For the flower arrangements presented to my family. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. We have the solicitors.
I do not have anything additional to report.
And we need a motion to approve the fiscal operations.
Second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Ms. Hugel?
Yes.
Mr. Pascarella?
Yes.
Ms. Wright?
Yes.
Mr. Trisella?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see here. Now we get into the resolutions. Are you ready? Let's go. Resolution of the Redevelopment Authority of the City of Johnstown authorizing payment of certain obligations.
Could you speak up, please? We can't hear you.
Sure. Related to sewage operations in accordance with standing resolution number 3869. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Hugel?
Yes.
Mr. Pascarella?
Yes.
Ms. Wright?
Yes.
Mr. Trisella?
Yes.
Okay. B, a resolution of the Redevelopment Authority of the City of Johnstown as the land bank rescinding prior resolution number 4990, adopted November 19th, 2024, which authorized the use of the land bank to assist homeowners after the land bank purchase. Is there a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, roll call.
Ms. Hugel?
Yes.
Mr. Pascarella?
Yes.
Ms. Wright?
Yes.
Mr. Trisella?
Yes.
Okay, resolution of the Redevelopment Authority of the City of Johnstown authorizing the acceptance of the Economic Development Administration's offer to terminate financial assistance award for the convenience related to EDA investment number 101-01-14940. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, roll call, please.
Ms. Hugel?
Yes.
Mr. Pascarella?
Yes.
Ms. Wright?
Yes.
Mr. Trisella?
Yes.
Okay, a resolution of the Redevelopment Authority of the City of Johnstown authorizing the extension of contract number 2019-WWTP-1 TH December 31st, 2025. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Ms. Hubel,
Yes.
Mr. Pascarella,
Yes.
Ms. Wright,
Yes.
Mr. Trisella.
Yes.
Okay, resolution of the Redevelopment Authority of the City of Johnstown authorizing the advertisement and bidding of contract number 2026-WWTP-1 for the bulk purchase and delivery of liquid oxygen for the Dornick Point wastewater treatment plant. Is there a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second? Okay, roll call, please.
Ms. Hubel,
Yes.
Mr. Pascarella,
Yes.
Ms. Wright,
Yes.
Mr. Trisella.
Yes.
Okay, a resolution of the Redevelopment Authority of the City of Johnstown accepting a grant award from the People Parks and Community Foundation and authorizing the Executive Director to execute all necessary documents. Is there a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Ms. Hubel,
Yes.
Mr. Pascarella,
Yes.
Ms. Wright,
Yes.
Mr. Trisella.
Yes.
Okay, a resolution of the Redevelopment Authority of the City of Johnstown authorizing the advertisement for cleaning service and or maintenance contractor for the office building located at 416 Main Street of Johnstown. Is there a motion? Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Ms. Hubel,
Yes.
Mr. Pascarella,
Yes.
Ms. Wright,
Yes.
Mr. Trisella.
Yes.
Okay. A resolution of the Redevelopment Authority of the City of Johnstown authorizing the advertisement and bidding of contract 2025-WWTP-05 rehabilitation of the gravity thickener at Dornick Point wastewater treatment. Is there a motion?
Yeah, I'll move it.
Second.
There's a second. Roll call.
Ms. Hubel,
Yes.
Mr. Pascarella,
Yes.
Ms. Wright,
Yes.
Mr. Trisella.
Yes.
A resolution of the Redevelopment Authority of the City of Johnstown as the land bank authorizing the sale of 14 properties to the parties listed for the price listed. The parties shall pay all recording and transfer costs, all development plans and offers for tax map number 78-014-127.000, known as 11133 Confer Avenue, Johnstown, PA. 15905 have been rejected. Is there a motion? Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, roll call.
Ms. Hubel,
Yes.
Mr. Pascarella,
Yes.
Ms. Wright,
Yes.
Mr. Trisella.
Yes.
Okay, a motion of the Redevelopment Authority of the City of Johnstown to ratify Resolution 5106 adopted August 19, 2025, which granted a permanent easement to First Energy Pennsylvania Electric Company for the relocation of primary facilities and the continued uninterrupted right to access and maintain electrical infrastructure on tax parcel number 84-000-100.004. Is there a motion?
I have a question on it.
Sure, go
Can
ahead.
somebody just identify what that tax, where that tax parcel is?
That's a easement that we need to give to the electric company for the connector road in the industrial park.
Okay.
That's what, I forgot to add that part to it.
Parenthetically in the future, I mean, I have a good memory, but I don't remember all the tax
Yeah,
parcels.
yeah. Yeah, so,
Come on, Rick.
Excuse me, we passed this resolution last month. There was some confusion on the official transcripted minutes from last month as to who made the motion, who seconded, and the vote.
Yeah, well, that
So
was
we're
my
just,
question. My question, where was it?
yeah, this is down
that's
low.
why I referenced
Yeah.
August too, is because we thought we passed it, and then we went back through the minutes and didn't see anything. So we thought, well, we gotta do this the right way, so.
Okay, because I asked the question where Resolution J was, because it confused me, then Cheryl answered it, that there was a motion, it was
I move resolution J. And I will second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Ms. Hupel?
Yes.
Mr. Pascarella?
Yes.
Ms. Wright?
Yes.
Mr. Trisell?
Okay, we don't have any table matters, we don't have any new business. Now we'll have public comment. I don't think there's anybody on the phone, but if anybody's there, you're welcome to make public comment. All right, go ahead, John.
I have a question and a comment. The question is off of my Facebook live feed from Ryan Oldham. Will the board speak to the precast plant moving in on Central Ave where they are tearing the previous steel buildings down? I don't know if you have knowledge on that. That someone literally put this on my Facebook. And my second comment is, a couple of months ago I came to the board, I spoke to you, Chairman Pascarella, about the State Theater. This board passed a resolution to act as a pass-through. At that time, Mark, you said that you went for coffee at Classic Elements and you spoke to their member and they were going to form a nonprofit and there was all sorts of speculation. Well, I'm sure you saw they just sold their business. One of the State Theater people told me they were kind of upset about that because that's not the case of what's happening. As a member of the community, I'm asking, what is the status of the State Theater? Did the JRA, or are you planning to vacate your pass-through? What are you doing with the State Theater? What's the progress with it? Basically, what's going on, because people have no idea what's going on because no one's telling us anything.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think I can help you a little bit with that. You have to confirm it. Again, there's, the board met and they're not interested in pursuing this any further.
The board of the State Theater?
Yes, because there was considerable damage to the roof. You know, it hasn't been repaired, and that's the last I heard of it. But I'm not on their board. I heard this in passing. So right now we have absolutely nothing to do with the State Theater at this moment.
And for the question from Ryan about,
Gapvax.
Yeah.
Gapvax bought all that property. So right now, the previous owners are pulling out all the things that they want to salvage out of the buildings that exist there. But Gapvax now owns all that property. And they are, I believe, the two buildings that are still open that are perpendicular to Central Avenue, they're actually going to refurbish them and turn them into buildings like they have in the other places. I don't know what the plans are for the rest of the property, but now Gapvax owns that, so there's no concrete plant going in there that I know of unless Gapvax has made that decision. But again, they bought the whole property, so whatever they do with it is going to be their business.
JRA has no direct involvement.
Not at all, no. And actually, a point to the State Theater as well is that building is owned by someone, right? It's not owned by the JRA, it's not owned by some foundation. So I think if you're proposing or asking if tax dollars are going to go supplement a building that's privately owned, I think that's a question that needs to be asked.
all the grant money, where's the grant money going? That's what I was
What
asking.
grant money? There's no grant money.
State Theater applied for grant money through the city. There was a different Senator Langer. There's a little grant money floating around.
If they did something through the city, maybe you ought to ask the city that.
Yeah, there's no grant money that the JRA has received to do anything at the State Theater. And my pushback would be, it's privately owned, so the owners have an obligation to that building.
I agree with you. I've been saying that for years.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as far as the State Theater goes, they've been they've been trying to close on this or thinking about closing, and they haven't been able to do it. And again, I think that during these delays, and there was more what I've heard, I'm not.
Yeah, we withdrew from that a year ago or something.
Correct. So this is just what I've heard, that there's quite a lot, the cost went up dramatically because of roof damage. That's what I heard. Whether that's true or not, I can't confirm.
Thank you.
I guess that's it.
No, I want to speak if you don't mind.
Oh, go ahead, sir.
Thank you. I'll just do this. My name's John Klanch. I live in Southmont. I have more of a statement kind of than questions, but I'm pleased to see Mr. Kritz here. He actually seems like he knows what he's doing. I know he knows what he's doing. He worked for Mr. Murtha for a very long time, and as far as I'm concerned, the last bit of good that was brought to this area was when Jack Murtha was our representative. Since then, this place has essentially been a shithole. Okay, and the reason why is because of boards like this. All right. So I go to a lot of government meetings, a lot of board meetings. Okay, and so this is the Johnstown Redevelopment Authority, which makes sense in my mind. You guys are here to redevelop things that need redeveloping. What's all the talk about sewage? And it seems like every government entity in this area is in the business of shit. Excuse my French, but you guys are all in the shit business, okay? Because I see Chase at meetings, okay? He's giving a report. That costs money. He comes down here, gives a report. That costs money. Who does it cost money? It costs me money. I pay my taxes. I pay, okay? So what's with the redundancy? Okay? And everybody defers to the DEP. The DEP tells us to do this, okay? Elected officials are here to represent us, okay? You guys are appointed. So therefore, you guys are to answer to the people that elect us, but there's really no oversight or any kind of accountability for you guys that are appointed. Okay, so the sewer authority. Okay, you guys are the sewer authority. Well, the water authority is an appointed board, and there are members of every community that are affected by the water authority that purchase water off the water authority. You know, there are members from Southmont, from Upper Yoder, from Westmont. Here it's you guys. I don't see anybody from Southmont. I don't see anybody from Upper Yoder. I don't see anybody from Westmont here, appointed by their boards. So if you're going to redevelop the area, why can't we split this or let the municipalities take care of it themselves? Because as far as I'm concerned, this is a lot of wasteful spending and a lot of, you know, for nothing. Because you guys are doing the same thing that other people are doing, and it just doesn't make any sense to me, and it doesn't make a lot of sense to other people that live in this area that pay for some of the most expensive water in this state. It's ridiculous what we have to pay for water per gallon, and since the water authority collects for the board, for the sewer authority, you get over $200, they'll come and shut your water off. So you guys are directly responsible for some people's waters being shut off because of the amount of money you charge for the water. Okay, people around here need water to be less expensive. I'm still speaking. I'm still speaking.
We don't charge for water.
I understand you charge for the sewer authority. However, that bill is integrated into the water authority bill. And if it gets over a certain amount, they will shut your water off. So you would be responsible for shutting the water off also. Because the amount of money you charge is included in the shut-off amount. And then, boom. So yes, you guys are remotely responsible for everybody's water that is shut off for non-payment. Okay? In a way, you hold a hand in it. Okay? So separate the bills or something. I don't know, but there are solutions. Mr. Kritz, please don't think I'm criticizing you. I have great hope that you can actually do some good on this board and do some good for this town. Don't think I'm criticizing you. I just think that the way it's been needs to change because it's pretty obvious that the people that are supposed to represent us aren't really representing our best interests. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. I spoke a little longer than I should have, but thanks for your time.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for your comments, one and all. Let's, we have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Hinkle?
Yes.
Mr. Pascarella?
Yes.
Ms. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Trisella?
Yes.
No, I don't know where we're having it. I would imagine it's in our conference room. Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, thank you. I'm curious.
What's that, the SHPO meetings?
Yeah, State Heritage
Yeah.
Preservation Office.
Yeah.
It's at 1 o'clock. I would imagine
I'm
it's in our
sure somebody started this, we found it when we were building something. I guess avoidance is not an option.
We don't know yet. Okay. Well, you know, it's interesting you talked about other things. I mean, and I have a real big problem
I'm
with.
supposed to wait for a signature.
You know that $19 worth of,
Yeah.
that's it, all
I
right.
understand that, you, if it's over 100, you're 19 or you're, you know, 30,
But I mean,
you know.
so much of that bill of money doesn't come to us.
I think something needs to be, there's gonna be a break point.
Well, but your comment about the other communities that we serve, that's interesting. Let me think about that. No, that's very, because I think. I don't know what people will find it, like officially, there might be an unofficial way to make sure that all of our communities. And truthfully, it's true, is because we have infiltration issues with some of the communities.
I am very aware, I go to all these board meetings, that's the most common, that's the most common thing they spend how much time talking about
Well,
water.
we're obligated.
I know, I understand,
Yeah.
you know, in 500 years, when there's no more people here and it's all woods again, the water's still gonna be good.
Yeah, yeah. No, well, thanks for coming.
Appreciate you, yeah, thanks, no problem, thanks for having me.
We'll see you, Mike. Sure.
Well, have a good day.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's a hole of no internet. If I get down real fast, it'll. You're not so to speak, but you know what I mean. You know, you get what I'm saying. You know, so you know it's pretty redundant. You know, I don't know. I just keep asking dumb questions and. Oh yeah, who do you guys work for?
Infomark, we operate the wastewater.
Operate and manage the wastewater plant.
You operate the what plant?
Wastewater.
Oh, the shit plant, Dornick Point.
Dornick Point.
Wastewater.
So my dad worked for Quaker Sales for 27 years, and I've hauled for them several times. And I mean, I've sat down there and smelled it enough, buddy.
It's not that bad.
It does. You're right. Hey, that's actually a fair fight, right? Tar or shit, right? Take care, guys. Have a great day. Good times. This is fun. I hope everybody enjoys the fruits and the labors of my work. I'm gonna stop into a shop here and get something. Hopefully they have it. Probably not. And yeah, maybe I could do a little something for some of my friendly people that are friendly to me and people I like and people that have helped me out throughout my life. Vapor Expressions, right here. Vapor Expressions, they are the best vape shop in Johnstown. They helped me quit smoking twice, and they're good people in there. They're knowledgeable. They know everything there is to know about vaping and stuff. And I'm gonna go in there and say hi, and hopefully they have what I need. And if not, I'll at least get a great conversation. So hey, everybody that watches my channel, again, appreciate you watching. I really do. I wouldn't do it if it wasn't for my viewers. If you like what you see, of course, leave a comment. If you don't like what you see, leave a comment. Been getting a lot more views and a lot more stuff going on lately. So you tell me what you want to see, and maybe you'll see it. All right. Make sure you subscribe. That's how you get all the latest notifications and all that stuff. And yeah, have a good day, guys. Thanks. Bye.